Prepare to initiate release sequencer. On my mark. 5.
We're on express elevator to hell. Going down.
2. 1. Mark.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mark, a.k.a. Derringer. Today is Sunday, December 1st, and you are listening to episode 237 of the Instant Action Podcast, your weekly source for Planetside news and information. As always, I'm brought to you by great listeners like you via the Support the Show tab on instantactionpodcast.com. So I hope all my listeners had, at least in the U.S., you guys had a good Thanksgiving and enjoyed the whole week plus of double XP. I know I personally took full advantage of it on my Vano character and banged out BR 99 to 100 and finally got my ASP unlock on my Vano character on PC. So it was very, very productive week for me. And I immediately went and purchased shotguns as my ASP perk so on my engineer. So now my engineer is running. I think I'm having a lot of fun with the Solstice, the Select Fire one with the underbarrel grenade launcher, and then the shotgun. On VS, I'm using the Pandora. That's, of course, the full auto shotty. That's been working very well for me. I can use the Solstice during medium to regular engagements, and then if we get in close one-on-one, I can break out the shotty and blast some people in the face, and I'm certainly enjoying doing that. That pretty much made up the bulk of my week. Like I said, I was really pushing to finally hit BR 100. Otherwise, had a good Thanksgiving. Like I said, in the U.S. at least, Thanksgiving. It was one of those good Thanksgivings where, for me, my wife's family is Portuguese, Ecuadorian, and they always have a lot of weird food Thanksgiving. And this seemed to be the most traditional Thanksgiving I've ever been to. They always have turkey, but then sometimes they break out something weird, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And being the simple, bland white American that I am, sometimes it's difficult to grab a serving of some of those odd things that they have for Thanksgiving, quote unquote. But this year it was very traditional with the turkey, the stuffing, the potatoes, and the green bean casserole, everything that I expected. The only flaw is that my wife's cousin's wife made a pumpkin pie, and she made it vegan. I mean, not me vegan. She made it dairy free. So instead of milk or whatever you regularly use in it, she used coconut milk, and I can't stand coconuts, and that really ruined the pumpkin pie for me. That's the only complaint I have about Thanksgiving. And the sad part is pumpkin pie is my favorite pie, so it really hurt this year. But that's neither here nor there. What's in store for this week's show? Well, first there was a small maintenance patch on the 25th and 26th, that's PC and PS4 respectively, to cover for Planetside 2. And then the big news this week is the return of the Auraximas with items for purchase every day in the month of December. So I'm going to talk about what we've got each day and my thoughts on the timing of this with everything that's going on. So strap in as we hot drop into another episode of the Instant Action Podcast. So like I said, first up this week on November 25th, there was a PC maintenance day, and on November 26th, there was a PS4 maintenance day for Planetside 2, and there's not a lot in these patch notes themselves, so I'm going to bang through this real quick. So first, They reduced performance hitches related to input processing. They fixed a crash that could occur when logging into multiple characters. The world map screen now correctly sizes at all supported resolutions, and they added the data and assets required for the 31 Days of Auraximas holiday sale. That's it. Not a lot of stuff in this, and that's why I guess they called it maintenance and not a hot fix, because clearly they were trying to fix some of the hitching issues that people were experiencing. And me personally, I did see a little bit of hitching, but not a lot. For me, it was hit reg more than anything else, and that seems to have gone away at this point. I know other people are still complaining about stuff like that, and I know the dev team is looking for people to, reproduce that so they can look into it and figure out what the heck's going on, because it should be fixed on their end. And I do know, other than that, there is a big patch coming sometime in the middle of December. Rel teased that in a different post out there. So at this point, we're looking for a dev live stream on the 9th of December. We'll see if that actually happens that day or it's some other day that week. That's next week for those keeping track. And then right after that, it sounds like we're going to be seeing a pretty large patch or game update for Planetside 2. So obviously with the live stream, we're looking at what they're going to be doing in 2020, and the game update, it's anybody's guess as to exactly what's going to be in there. But I know that there's a list of bugs that they've been tracking down and fixing, like I know they've been working on the critical chain bug that everybody's complaining about. And they're also working on the double reload bug. That's the one where you can continuously be firing. It's easy doing mostly with light assaults and the rocklet rifle, that you can reload it constantly over and over again without having to actually reload it, and destroying sunders very easily that way. Other than that, we don't know what's going to be in the game update that they're teasing for sometime in the middle of December, but at least it's something that we can look forward to. But with that, let's move on to the second and the bigger topic of what's going on this week. And that second topic is Auraximas 2019. I can't remember how many years ago they did Auraximas for the first time, but Auraximas, for those who may be new to the game or aren't aware of what Auraximas is, it is 31 days of deals in the month of December. So every day there's a different item or items or bundle or stuff that you can actually purchase within the game itself. This is your best chance to get anniversary bundles that you might have missed, to get weapons that you might have missed out on, or just in general to get some cool things within the game itself. Now, before I talk about each day and what we get each day and the various bundles themselves, I am going to touch on something that I talked about at the end of last week's show with RI's email, and that is the fact that they are pushing this stuff out to the community, which is blatantly a money grab, and I know it's a money grab because they're trying to make money as a company. The timing hurts, again, for this particular bundle to be coming out. Or when I say bundle, I mean the Days of Auraximas themselves. We're sitting on a slew of bugs in the game itself. We were sitting on a slew of performance issues, which hopefully have been fixed with the most recent round of maintenance. We had the canceled dev live stream, which really should have gone off even if it was just highlighting the 7th anniversary of the game itself, which is a big deal. And for them to not even have something going on that particular day from the devs and stuff like that is bad timing for this stuff to come out as well, because unfortunately the timing of the bundles and the timing of the Auraximas deals is coming when there's not a lot or there's a heightened sense of lack of faith amongst the developers and the game itself. A lot of people see these bundles coming out and say, this is a way for Daybreak Games to recoup money for the failure that is Planetside Arena. And honestly, even though Planetside Arena feels like a failure right now, until the devs come out and say that it's, a complete failure and they scrap it, there still is the chance, albeit I think it's small at this point, for Planetside Arena still to come out sometime in the future and be a bigger game than it is right now. Even though we're running out of time regarding their timeline for everything that's going on. So I can completely understand how people might see the timing of this as Daybreak Games just looking to milk an already tapped out group of players within the game itself to just bring a little more money in before the end of the year, rather than caring about the state of the game or what's actually going on within the game itself. The only argument that I will make on the opposite side of that sentiment is that we do get Auraximas deals every year. It's not like this is the first year that the Auraximas bundles have come out, or the 31 days of Auraximas, 31 days of deals of Auraximas have come around. They've been doing this for the last at least 3 or 4 or 5 years. There's been an Auraximas, and there's been access to bundles and access to various things within the game itself during this time period. And I'm going to talk about them, but things like the Santa's Little Helper shotgun, the LB00 Python, and the Fate Stealer are items that are available this time around in Auraximas, and people are really centering in on those particular items as cash grabs only, whereas I know the devs did say at some point in the future we will offer these items up for sale for people who did not complete directives to receive them. So I'm taking a little bit of offense to people that are complaining, saying that these are cash grabs, because this is something that the devs said they would do and are currently doing. At no time when they talked about it did they say, we're going to offer these things for money and for certs that you can unlock them. So the argument that some people have made to me that they wish that there was a cert amount for these as well as a straight up cash amount for these, again, that's not something that the devs had promised. And if you missed out on doing the directive, that's more on you than on the devs for not getting the items that you wanted. I mean, I got the little helper on a couple of my characters. I didn't get the LB00 Python or the Fate Stealer because I just didn't care about them at that time, and they don't really serve too much of a necessity for me in the game itself. So I didn't really push to basically get those items. Now, what else is going on with these things? I mean, I guess I'm just a little upset at the folks screaming that this is just a straight up cash grab, and because again, this is not something that it's brand new to us. We see this every year. Every year there's something different in these bundles themselves or in these days themselves. So this is exactly what I expected the 31 days of Auraximas to be, and I'm clearly not surprised by it, and I'm surprised that so many people are surprised by it and are up in arms regarding it. Now, do I wish the devs would have done the live stream last month? Yes, I really do, and I really think that that's a shortcoming of them, and that's a failure towards the community. They should have done a live stream on the 7th anniversary of Planetside 2. The fact that they didn't do it is detrimental to the game itself, and it's leading to that bad faith feeling from the community. But other than that, this is just the normal 31 deals that they do every year. And if you're butthurt about it, that you got to pay money to pick up these items that you didn't, acquire in-game during a directive that you easily could have completed if you put the time into it, I'm sorry, I don't have sympathy for you regarding that. Now, I'm going to step down off my soapbox because I know nobody really needs to listen to that. And I'm going to instead go through this year's items for Auraximas 2019 and let you know exactly what's going to be offered on those various days, because unlike some people, I think that there's some great stuff in here, and if you don't own it, you should pick up on it. So let's talk about today. I mean, obviously today is December 1st. that I'm recording this show. Most people are going to listen to this on December 2nd or sometime thereafter. December 1st this year is the only day that you're able to get the first anniversary bundle for Planetside 2. In previous years, they've allowed you to purchase. They've done them over an entire weekend, but I think they're getting to the point now where they have too many bundles and they're not able to do them each weekend. Like when there were only, about 4 bundles, it was much easier to do them over, 2 bundles each weekend, or 5. They could do 2 bundles each weekend. But once they hit 6 and 7 bundles now, like where we are now, there's just too many bundles for weeks in the year itself. So again, December 1st, if you're a Patreon member though, you'll be able to listen to this show today and you'll hear that the first anniversary bundle is available. And if you're curious, the first anniversary bundle is only 3,999 Daybreak cash, less obviously if you're a member. You get the 6-month heroic boost. Don't forget, as with all these heroic boosts, you only get them on the character that you purchased the bundle for. So make sure, as always, if you want one of these boosts, make sure you're on the character that you want it on. You also get the headshot vehicle and armor decals. You get the 1-year anniversary camo. You unlock the Striker AE, the Phoenix AE, the Lancer AE. You unlock the Ram's .50 meter, the Parallax, and the EM4 long shot. And you also unlock the Jaguar Razor GD23 and the Serpent VE92. Those are the carbines. And you also unlock the Tar, the Carnage AR, and the Corvus VA55. Again, all that's for 3,999 Daybreak cash. Not a bad deal if you ask me. Tomorrow, we're unlocking the Solid Faction camo. That's just a solid color for each faction. On the 3rd, we will be opening up the Re-Enlistment Alpha Bundle. And don't forget, these are the new bundles that came out right when they dropped the DirectX 11 update and the NSO update earlier this year. And the Alpha Bundle, which is pretty cheap, it's only $499 Daybreak cash. That's less than $5. You unlock the Gladius, the Jackal, and the Canis. Those are all the SMGs. You also unlock the Angular camo across everything. You get a Squad Experience 7-day boost as well. Moving on from there, on the 4th, you're going to be able to purchase the NSW Survivor Knife. On the 5th, you'll be able to purchase the HL4 armor bundles. These are actually pretty cool armor bundles, honestly. And on the 6th, we are able to unlock the Little Helper. This is obviously the shotgun reward from last year's Christmas directive. A lot of people have been complaining that this is 1,499 Daybreak cash, so it's $15. But again, this was a very easy directive to complete last year to unlock the Little Helper. So again, I'm having little sympathy for those who weren't able to unlock it. But from there, we move on to the 7th. That'll be this coming Saturday, and we're back to anniversary bundles. On the 7th, you're going to be able to purchase the 2nd anniversary bundle. This one is also 3,999 Daybreak cash. It also has a heroic 6-month boost. It has an implant 5-pack. It has the Baron AE versions, the NS15 AE version. It has the 1-year anniversary camo. It has the main battle tank and ESF anniversary horn. You unlock the knives, the Hex Edge, Hardlight Dagger, and Damastic Edge. You also get the Hardlight armor for all classes for all 3 factions as well. And then moving on to the 8th, we unlock the 3rd anniversary bundle. Again, don't forget, these are only for a single day. So if you want a specific bundle, maybe you need to set a Google Calendar reminder or a reminder on your phone, I don't know, to make sure you don't miss out on these if you want them. Again, 3rd anniversary bundle is also only 3,999 Daybreak cash. I really think these first 3, if you're a brand new player to the game, the first 3 bundles are pretty much no-brainers for their value. In the 3rd anniversary bundle, you also get a 6-month heroic boost. You get the 3rd anniversary decal. You get the AE Nano Armor Kit and the AE Medical Applicator. That's the NG Repair Tool and the Medic Tool, both AE versions of them. You get the 1-year anniversary camo. You get the third year anniversary camo, and you also get the main battle tank and ESF anniversary horns as well. You get the AE version of the Commissioner. You also get, and this is on all 3 factions, and they're actually pretty cool looking too because they have nice color variant to them also. You also unlock the AE mini chain gun, the AE jackhammer, and the AE lasher. And you also get the solid red, blue, and purple camos. I remember I was very excited when this bundle came out originally because I had to get my hands on another lasher because I'd already Auraxium the first one. So this was pushing me well on my way to getting those. So again, if you're a brand new player, unlocking just those first 3 bundles, and granted, it's $120 to unlock all 3 of those bundles, but you will deck yourself out with enough weapons that you would never need to purchase another weapon in the game itself. It pretty much covers every class that you're playing in game with a decent weapon and stuff like that. Unless you're looking to drive vehicles, you don't get much for vehicles in them. Then we roll back around to Monday the 9th. And a funny thing, though, before I go on to that one, that solid faction camo that you get in the bundle is also something you can purchase on the 2nd. So funny that they're both offered. But again, we move on to the 9th. You can buy the metallic version of the faction camos. On the 10th, you can purchase the Re-Enlistment Bravo bundle. This Bravo is 999 Daybreak cash, so a little less than $10. You're going to get the Pillager, the Starfall, and the Buzzard. Those are the 3 faction flash weapons. You're also going to unlock the Gorgon for the left and right hand max machine guns for all 3 factions. You're also going to unlock the M202 Worm. You're going to get the Interference Profile banner and also another squad experience boost for 7 days for purchasing that Re-Enlistment bundle. After that, this is a new one that we haven't seen before. It's the Gold Lovers bundle on the 11th. And this one, actually, we got some information pulled from it from the PS4 side of the game because apparently they get to see all the different bundles. They don't just have a coming soon. So when we look at the gold bundle, everybody's asking themselves, is this bundle worth it? So let's talk about the price and what's in it and then make up our mind. So first, the price is $2,999 Daybreak cash, so it's $30. For the Gold Lovers bundle, you unlock gold bursters, so max weapons. You unlock a gold trim armor. You unlock the gold Hunter QCX. You unlock the gold Outlaw S4 bumper for the Harasser. And you unlock the gold Recon Guard for the Sunderer. So is all of that worth $30 to you? That's the question you got to ask yourself. I'm not a big fan of gold, so I don't know that it's really going to be up my alley, but let's talk about it at a value perspective to see what this actually comes to. So at first, we're just talking about the NS10 Bursters, the gold versions. They are going to cost you $1,999 Daybreak cash each. So, I mean, they're $20 a piece. So, I mean, if we're just talking straight up cost of the bursters themselves, then yeah, I mean, that's $40 and the bundle's $30. So, I mean, if you're just talking straight up, then sure, it's worth it. And we haven't even gotten to the gold trim, the Hunter QCX. But when we add those things in, I mean, right now the gold trim's only available for the Infiltrator. I don't know if we're getting it for all classes. That's $499 itself. The Hunter QCX is another $19.99. The Gold Outlaw S4 bumper was another $99, and the Gold Recon Guard was another $49. I mean, when you add all that up, definitely the gold bundle is worth it if you're interested in those things, but I'm not spending $30 on it. If you do, that's you do you. I'm not going to tell you what you should and shouldn't do regarding that. But I'm not I don't need everything in game for me to be gold, so I don't think that I will be purchasing that one because I already have bursters. I don't really need gold trim armor. I have the Hunter QCX, and I don't really care about the Harasser or the Sunderer stuff. It is what it is. I would have loved to see a Gold Lovers bundle with every gold weapon in the game, at maybe some ridiculous price. Maybe, I don't know, $150. Does that make sense? I don't know how many. I didn't even count to see how many gold weapons are in the game itself, but something like that. Make it something ridiculous where you unlock every gold weapon in the game for a cool price, and you might get more people buying it. Regardless, so moving on to the 12th, you are able to purchase the NS44P Commissioner. That's the platinum version of the Commissioner. On the 13th, you'll be able to buy the Lunar Tires Bundle. And then we're back to the 14th and the anniversary bundles again. On the 14th, you'll be able to purchase the 4th anniversary bundle. And what's in the 4th anniversary bundle is also 3,999 Daybreak Cash. I think that's a great price for bundles. Another 6-month heroic boost, the 4th year anniversary camo, armor decal, and vehicle decal, the AE version of the NS AM7 Archer for all 3 factions, the AE version of the TAR, the AE version of the SMG 46 Armistice, and the AE versions of the RAM .50M for TR, NC, the GR22 AE variant, the the AE Cyclone variant, and the AE Longshot variant. For the Vanu, the HV45 AE variant, the Eridani AE, and the Parallax AE variant. I use my HV45 variant all the time when I play Medic. Again, I think that's a great price for another good bundle out there. Moving on to the 15th, we get into the 5th anniversary bundle. And the 5th anniversary was the first time that they did 3 bundles. Remember, there's one for $2,999, one for $3,999, and one for $8,999. I never think that the first one's worth it. I rarely think that the second one is worth it. And I've always purchased the biggest ones. The Commander's 5-year anniversary bundle, this is the 8,999 one, comes with a 12-month heroic boost. You get the Counterintelligence, Minor Cloak, and Infravision exceptional implants. You also get 9 basic implant packs. You get the Stoic Gold Hex camo and the Warbringer title. You get a 5th anniversary horn, decal. You get the NS Stalwart helmet. You get the Lightning Obsidian trim. You also get the AE Lynx, the AE Bandit, and the AE Zenith. You get the AE SOAS 20, the AE Stalker, and the AE Artemis. You get the various gold hex camos for all 3 factions. You get the Superiority, Liberty, and Enlightenment decals. You also get the Prowler, Vanguard, and Magrider Obsidian trims. And everything that you get in this big bundle is available in the lower bundles themselves. This was, again, the first year that they went to a 3 different bundle setting. And again, the nice thing in there is that nice 12-month heroic boost. And then we're back to regular days of the week. On the 16th, you can get bare metal camo. On the 17th, you can get the Re-Enlistment Charlie bundle. And the Re-Enlistment Charlie bundle was for 1,999 Daybreak Cash, $20. You get the Promise, the Watchman, and the Maw. You get the Saren, the Enforcer, and the Vulcan. You get the Darkstar Havoc and Sigma Max armors. You get the Scanline Ambush camo, the Grid Smoke Profile banner, and another 7-day squad experience boost. After that, we're back to the Gold Faction pistols. And if you don't remember what those are, these used to be the pistol, and they're the regular pistols, just the starter pistols in the game itself. So for the repeater, the mag shot, and the beamer, they have a gold tinge to them. These were originally Facebook rewards that they gave way back when the game started, and then they stopped. And then also at the SOE Lives, they had game codes where you could unlock these in-game. I remember I had tons of game codes that I gave out to listeners and friends. I don't have any more, sorry. But this is your way to pick up those if you've ever wanted those. Then on the 19th, you're able to unlock the NS15M Platinum variant. And then on the 20th, the LB00 Python cannon for the Lightning. Again, this is one I don't have, and this is one I might consider actually purchasing when it goes on sale on the 20th. And then we're back to the weekend on the 21st, the 6th anniversary bundle. This is, again, 3 different ones, a recruit, a veteran, and a war machine one. The war machine for $8,999 also has a 12-month heroic boost. Comes with the logistics specialist, disengage, and firewall exceptional implants. Also 9 basic implant packs. You get the 6th anniversary horn, the 6th anniversary faceless decal, faceless ally decal. You unlock the NS Phantoma helmet, the gold dust panel camo, the living rust trim on all the various flying vehicles. Yeah, and you also get the Forgotten War Machine camo. You unlock the Ripper, Carver, and Lumine Edge AE variant knives. You also unlock the Watchman, Promise, and Maw AE variants. And the VS get the Ruby Ember panel. The NC get the Sapphire Ember panel. And the VS get the Emerald Ember panel camos in this bundle. Then after that, on the 22nd, we have the Nsx Arsenal Bundle, which there's not too much information on, but it seems like every NSX weapon is going to be available in that bundle itself. After that, on the 23rd, you're going to be able to unlock the pink camos. That's the regular and the metallic version. And then on the 24th, the day before Christmas, you can get the Re-Enlistment Delta Bundle. That bundle itself is the most expensive of the Re-Enlistment bundles at $3,999 Daybreak cash. You do get the Centauri armor set, the Crimson armor set, and the Lambda armor set. You get the Halberd HSE, for the Harasser, and the Halberd SE for the Prowler, Vanguard, and Mag Rider. You also get the Astral Camo, the Anomaly background, 9 deluxe implant packs, and a 1-month heroic boost. Then we move on to Christmas Day itself. Christmas Day is the Arena Bundle. I know some people were asking me recently in a video that I posted what weapon I was using, and I told them that I had received it from the Arena Mercenary Bundle. The Planetside Arena Bundle is going to be $2,499 Daybreak cash, so just under $25. You're going to get the PSA-01 Hammerhead AMR. That's the Archer variant. You're going to get the PSA-02 Diamondback, and that is the NS-11A variant. You're also getting the Arena Mercenary Helmet and the Arena Mercenary Light Assault Armor for all 3 factions in the game itself. I do think that the Hammerhead looks really cool, and it's one of the better looking gun models that we have in-game. Then we're on to after Christmas. On the 26th, you get the Platinum Heavy Weapons, so that's Platinum versions of the Mini Chain Gun, Jackhammer, and Lasher. That's how I got my 3rd Lasher, and I'm still waiting for a 4th Lasher, guys. And then on the 27th, you're able to unlock the Fate Stealer. That's the knife that was a reward for completing part of the directive, completed the directive during the EverQuest anniversary. One of the greatest things that Drew put into the game itself. Then on the 28th, there's the Nsx Arsenal Bundle. The Nsx Arsenal Bundle, basically, you've got every NS weapon available in the game itself. So you're talking about Swarms, the Commissioners, the Vandal, PDW, the NS-11C, the MKV Suppressed, the Baron, the NS-11A, the NS-AM7, the NS-15M2, Hunter QCX, the Underboss, the Blackhand, Annihilator, Decimator, Champion, and Harrower. I mean, this has every NS weapon in it that you can expect within the game itself. So if you've ever wanted to fill out your arsenal with NS weapons, that's definitely a bundle to grab. Then on the 29th, we have the PS1 Bending Bundle, and that one contains the PS1 AV Suppressor. That's the reskin of the MKV. Also, you get the Veteran Decal for infantry and vehicles. But the cool thing that you do get is the Rexo Helmet and the Rexo Heavy Assault Armor for all 3 factions, along with solid gray camo for TR, solid yellow for NC, and solid cyan for VS. That's some of the coolest armors in the game itself, and one that I use on Vanu even to this day. And then on the 30th, just to wrap out the month itself, you get the faction wrapped camo, and the 31st, you get the gold wrapped camo. So there's your entire month of December. Again, I've talked about prices, cash grabs, things like that. I'm just going to end it this week by saying this is a great way for you to pick up things in Planetside 2 that you have missed out on. And I'm just going to leave it at that. So let's move on to housekeeping.
Housekeeping. Housekeeping.
Come back later, please.
Housekeeping.
Not now.
Housekeeping.
Go away.
I coming anyway?
All right, I did get one email this week, and it was from Seer Prophet, who plays over on the PS4 side of Planetside 2, and he wrote, "Hello, I just wanted to say I'm really enjoying the podcast. I'm also having a blast in Planetside 2. I was riding along in a mag rider the other day, and my driver and I were really causing problems for the enemy. It was a ton of fun. I guess the driver decided it was enough and drove me all the way back to a Sunday and then kicked me. That was awesome. He could have dropped me anywhere but took the extra time. I'm sure it may seem like a small thing, but in a land of selfish gaming and gamers, he was a bright spot. Thanks for all that you do." You know, I have to say it's very odd for that to happen. I think you probably got the one person in game who would do something like that. Most people would just kick you where you were and laugh about it. So I'm glad that you found somebody like that. I can't tell if you're a new player or not, but by what you're saying, maybe you are. So I'm definitely going to steer you back to the last topic on the show and say there might be some good stuff for you to pick up. But other than that, that's going to be it for this week's show. But as always, how can you get in touch with me or the show itself? You should always start by visiting my website, which is www.instantactionpodcast.com. You can email me like Seer Prophet did at instantactionshow@gmail.com. You can call me and leave me a voicemail at 347-4VM-4PS2. Those digits 347-486-4772. But finally, you can follow the show on Twitter at InstActPodcast. Also, in closing, if you've enjoyed the show, please leave me a review on your podcast listening avenue of choice, whether it's iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or anywhere else. Also, feel free to tell your friends and outfit mates about the show. But finally, thanks for listening, and keep spamming that join combat, formerly known as Instant Action button. Derringer out.